Guys, I have here with me the Bastor Boys. This is the leader of the Bastor Boys. Luckily, he has the same. I have the same name as his name. He's Nana Kwadwo Safo. I'm also called Nana Kwadwo Safo. So today we are having the Kantanka Kukunte Festival. Why are you guys here?
We are here because we are invited to be part of the Kukunte Festival, and also the fact that it's first May and it's kind of Workers' Day, so we're celebrating together with Pastor.
So you are here to celebrate Kokonte Festival with Bastor Boys.
Yeah.
From the look of things, is Bastor Boys looking forward to collaborating with Kantanka Media Limited?
Okay, Mega Media, unless you are not privy to that info. As a matter of fact, the first TV host or interview that we had was with Kantanka TV. So, and aside from that, we always in contact. They do call us to speak all the time and all of that. So, Kantanka is home and we are just home. So there's nothing like collaboration. We're already home and home is home.
So you've been making waves. Over the internet, Bastor Boys is everywhere. This morning I was watching you on TV3. How does it feel to be here?
Oh, it's so exciting, the fact that we are saying nation building is a collective responsibility, something that I didn't even engineer that I didn't even coin that word. It's something that I've heard consistently from my grandfather, Apostle Dr. Engineer Kwadwo Safo, talk about that nation building is a collective responsibility. And the fact that people are, responding to that call, it feels amazing.
I had the opportunity to meet you here, so today I want to ask some of the important questions that people have been asking.
Okay.
Are you guys doing this just for the sake of popularity, or you really want to eradicate the bad perception of Ghanaians and Africans?
Well, if it's for popularity, I guess we should be sleeping by now.
Okay.
Because of course, if not for anything at all, we've had some popularity, but that is not the goal. It's about changing the narrative and the mindset. Now, you are a young man like myself, and there's 68 years of this country. Everything that you see around us is not a good story to write.
Of course.
We need to change the story. And then 30, 20 years from as we speak, whatever the future of this country will be, you and I will suffer the most. So why sit back and point fingers? So it's not just about social media, because I know for a fact that everything dies. Nobody can trend for forever. Everybody will trend for some time and go back to sleep. So now that we are here, you also understand that nothing lives or nothing lasts forever. So it's not just about social media. It's about you understanding that littering is a disease. It's about everybody understanding that flooding can come to an end if only we stop throwing trash anyhow. As a matter of fact, this is 21st century, right? And then at this age, there's abundance of technology, abundance of AI. And we are talking about cholera. Why cholera? Because we still have filth all over on our streets and in our gutters. So far from social media, far from popularity. It's about impact and changing the story of the Ghanaian.
So do you think you've been able to make any impact so far?
Yes, so far I say yes, because if not for anything at all, we have the brotherhood, we have Keep Kumasi Clean, we have for about 5 to 6 volunteer groups doing the same thing that we do, cleaning the environment voluntarily for free. So that alone is.
So you want to say that based on what you've been doing, you've been able to influence people
exactly
to also follow the steps that you have.
Oh, okay. There the last time when Wadimaya, somebody who is huge, not in Ghana but in Africa at large, cleaning the gutters, if not for the influence or the whatever we are doing as Master Boy. I don't know what is that.
I think yesterday I watched one of your videos where you were coming from a penguin.
Yes.
There has not flooding as compared to previously.
Exactly.
It means that there has been some impact.
100%.
So where do you see Bastor Boys? Assuming in the next 3 years, where do you see Bastor Boys?
Everywhere there is environment. As long as there's air, there's environment, there is water, everything. Then there must be Bastor Boys. Because the message is not necessarily me being in the pictures. It's about telling everybody wherever you are. You understand that the basis of your existence is the environment. So wherever you are, be a Bastor Boy, be in charge of the environment, protect the environment and protect your own source of living. So in 3 years, we should be everywhere. A child born today should be able to remember that he or she is in this universe because the environment is taking all the things possible. So,
I'm very grateful that you are doing this with me. Let with my last 2 questions.
Right.
My last 2 questions. What do you want Ghanaians to know you for at the end of the day?
well, I think Ghanaians should know Pastor Boys as the most, environmental campaigners raising awareness in action.
Okay.
So that anytime you hear our flooding, you hear about cholera, you hear about anything that destroys the environment, remember there was the Pastor Boys telling you that the government, the authorities, the assemblies, they are there, yes, but you are always the victim at the end of the day. Malaria, cholera, flooding, and all of them, they are affecting you.
Sure.
So if there is anybody who needs to rise up and change the story, it's no other person but you. So basically, that is what Ghanaians remember us.
That is great. Today, we are going to have after jams. We are going to enjoy ourselves. What are you really looking forward to?
Concert party, Katanga, when it comes to organic, I can say wholeheartedly that the whole wide world is none other but Katanga, because he is the man that is capable of turning the soil around and doing all the magics with the environment. So clearly, we are going to enjoy something organic, something that will give us will not just make us healthy, but also make our system function properly.
Jams no so like jams no so like.
Anyone wanna asa or na bibia or there and e bibia esa.
Guys, I spoke to the CEO of Pastor Boys, Kwadwo Safo, whom I bear the same name with, Kwadwo Safo. So it was really a pleasure seeing you. Enjoy the rest of the day, brother.